Good afternoon, everyone. So we are back for the monthly tournament of Happy Pawn. Welcome, everyone. Same as always, I will be with you for the next 2 hours. And we will have a look at the two tournaments that we'll have today. First one, the beginner tournament, of course, with a requirement, as it's still rules, to be under 1,400 to join the tournament. So it's for beginners and mainly for our students that are beginners as well. You will be able to have a reward for joining the tournament. So you can get up to 100 points for joining the tournament, but also 10 points for each victory. And for the Happy Pawn Open, so I guess for students who are more confident or for students who want to play against better player with more experience, that's also a possibility. Okay, for each tournament it will be exactly the same in terms of time control as well, with a clock at 5 minutes when you start the game, and every time you play a move you will get 5 more seconds. Okay, welcome everyone. So let's have a look at the tournament that we have today. Will be quite interesting to see. We have 15 players today. Among that, we have few of our students. From what I see, we have Mrs. Farside, we have, I think, Saya, Solal probably, Yasha as well, and we have Simi Happy Pawn as well. Okay, let's see how is it going. Quite a lot of games. Let's follow about that. I will open all the games and we will see a bit more in detail. So, okay, let's start with the first one. So the first one, we have a game that is not really fair, because even if we add a requirement for ELO to be under 1,400, some people are not following the rules, so they will be kicked out of the team, which will be much more normal. Okay, so second game, we have Farside. I think she is not connected to the tournament yet, and that's why she cannot play the game. Next one, we have Saya against Christoph, which is not following the rules as well and will be kicked. But we will still have a look at the game as it's one of our students. We all know that it will be quite difficult. Okay, so normal opening round there. A little bit weird, I guess, to push this pawn, but we might be able to understand later. I guess the idea is to push the pawn to d4, which will be, will give the opportunity for white to try to control the center. Even if you push the pawn, still have to be careful that this pawn will be under no protection. Okay, developing this move from black, like a queen d7, is actually showing, the plan of white already, on black already, as they probably want to long castle. But we will see that a little bit later. Okay. Alright, so little problem around there. We forgot that there is a pawn double attacked by the knight and by the bishop, and lost a little bit of material. It ended up changing the plan of white of black at the end, that they choose to a regular castle on a king side. Okay, so normal plan for black, just trading all the pieces. Nothing to understand about that, not too much. Okay, this game has been really fast between Kevin, that will be kicked as well, and Poklao Nawat. That it's the first time I see him for the tournament. So welcome, Poklao Nawat. So what happened in this game? We have a regular opening as well. It looks like both players are taking their time, but it will actually not last for that long. Okay, and we got a checkmate around there really fast. Yasha against Shafa. For now, nothing to comment, as both players are not really playing. Farside end up joining the game. It will be a short game, as she lost 3 minutes on the clock already. Let's see if she will be able to do something against Rakesh Mati. That will be a good question. Okay, let's take the side of far side, try to understand how is it going. Okay, so for now, developing pieces, I would say like the far side usually try to take her time, but for now she don't have a lot, so we'll have to think about it. Okay, so the queen is attacking around there, trade, and probably the next plan will be to take in b7. Yes, and it's creating a little bit of problem as you have the rook and the knight attacked, so you cannot save both. Choose to save the rook, castle, but end up losing the knight, unfortunately. Now there is a bishop under attack, so we'll have to find a way to protect that bishop. Up, we keep that on standby. Here, what happened? Okay, little bit difficult. The knight is pinned, so we'll have to consider about that. Okay, it's all considered, but it will actually not work, as you can still sacrifice the knight. After queen take, you can take this one too, and if the king moves back, there is probably queen check. That can be quite annoying, especially if at one moment the rook comes there when the king have to escape. So this will be one of the problem. Yeah, we'll have a king there, and then we'll have rook check, and it will end up losing the queen. That's one of the difficulty around there. So do you really have to take the queen immediately? No, you can check first. It works, and after king here, you probably have the knight as well. And then it will be impossible to protect the queen. Oh, this one works as well, and you have a checkmate. Okay, difficult game, but it's actually pretty normal. Let's have a look at the Happy Pawn Open. What do we have? Oh, surprise! I see that teacher Seb actually had the time to join. So we will try to have a look at it, have a look at the game he played, as we always do that. He will have other class this afternoon, so he usually joins only for one game. Okay, so let's have a look. We will even switch side and take the side of teacher Seb. We saw in the chat that Bungle John will not be able to stay for the tournament today. He just has the time to play one game. So sad. I hope you are doing well, John, and see you next month when you will join the tournament, our monthly tournament, actually. Okay, let's have a look at this game. So we have a... Oh, I think it's the first time that I see teacher Seb playing a similar defense. Okay, maybe he's going back to the old style. Up, okay, okay. Ah, okay, I get the plan. So here, as we can see, a little inaccurate about the move, but it's actually something that could have been played. Yeah, is it really inaccurate? Oh yeah, okay. Because you cannot really push the pawn, otherwise you will lose the knight. And this one can be a little bit annoying to protect. But otherwise, it's not that easy to see. Okay, going back, trading, there is a bishop there. Okay, trade the bishop. The knight is moving, keeping some pressure. Okay, what is it, blunder about this one? I don't really see any. Oh yeah, except just giving away the pawn, but not that much of a blunder. There is a hidden threat around there. Teacher Seb saw it. Moves the queen directly to protect. Okay, not sure about this one. Ah, okay, miss the queen probably. So now it starts to be difficult, and there is even a fork. Too big of an advantage for a victory of teacher Seb at the end. What do we have next in the Happy Pawn Open? We still have few games. Let's have a look at it. So first game is between Hostin and Heshmayan. Really difficult to say. I hope I'm saying it well. So Hostin, which is one of the students of Happy Pawn, he's too good now to be in a beginner open, so he joins the regular open. Let's have a look at his game. Okay, so what do we have around there? Probably little mistakes, as when you push the pawn there, you have 1, 2, and 3 attack, 1, 2, and 3 defense. it's a little bit difficult to cover, and you don't have enough protection to cover. So end up with a loss of 1 pawn and have to trace a queen, meaning no castle for this game. Okay, a lonely pawn is like start to be a little bit difficult. Is there any ways? Okay, on this one I will probably take it back with a pawn, as you can make a brand new pawn structure, and you will end up with the G column open for the rook. Could be a plan. Choose to take with the bishop. Now a bishop has to go back at the end, a little bit stuck. Rook to d8 to protect the rook from going to d7 and start to attack everywhere around. Okay, so we might have a quite interesting knight coming there. Not sure yet, but okay, so it happened. In this kind of situation, probably have to push this pawn just to be sure that this one will not be able to be protected. I guess as probably the king should not have to move, I guess, because the king is protecting this pawn, and there is no other pieces that is protecting this pawn. In this kind of situation, we almost at the end game, right? There is not so many pieces left. So interesting enough would be to just try to keep the rook active on the open column, keep the king active protecting the pawn, and try to play with the bishop. When you have, so this one I don't really like it. I think it's slightly a little mistake. Probably play this one first, as you will be able to push a second time, and if the knight end up coming here, take, and there is a lonely pawn there, you have all the time you want to put pressure with the rooks and get your pawn back, because as a reminder, black are down a pawn currently. Okay, so the knight there, way too strong, you have to take it, don't really have a choice. Little problem, if you choose to take, then the king will have some troubles as well. I got spoiled in my analysis, so we will just try to go back from there. Okay, so if you don't take the knight is way too powerful, but if you take the knight and pawn takes, then the other rook will actually gain activity by attacking the pawn alone. That is not protected anymore as the king moves back. I hope it's not too deep about the analysis, but try to make it clear for you guys. Okay, so rook, moving the rook to attack the knight, not sure about this move, but the knight, as expected, is a little bit annoying. So now the white rook is entering in a black space. It will start to be difficult. Rook on the 7th rank, or for black on the second rank, is really powerful, actually quite all the time. So now, okay, the knight is locked up again, locking up the whole position and taking a lot of control at the end on the squares. Up, a pawn impossible to protect. Choose to attack the rook, is not working. Attack the pawn, is working, trying to get a draw. Okay, attack the pawn at the end. So there is still a loss in pawns. Okay, still have to take this one, definitely. The knight is way too powerful. Now it's 3 pawn down for black. Start to be impossible to play. Of course, offer to trade pieces accepted immediately by white, as it will always be a good point. Okay, so the pawn is coming. Now you don't really have any option. One move a little bit more accurate might have been to try to go to e7, but this one has a huge trouble, is that you will have a fork between the bishop and the rook. So it's not possible to play that. Okay, now you have to sacrifice the pieces. It starts to be difficult. This pawn will go. Sooner or later it will go. And this is another problem as well. Okay, and end up losing the rook. So now it starts to be really difficult. Hopefully there is a stalemate and Austin find it. So just a little lesson, I guess. Have to be careful all the time, especially about the stalemates. Okay, FIFA technique that we used to see quite a lot against Shafa. So advantage on paper for FIFA technique. Let's see how it will go. Similar to the previous one. I don't know why everyone is playing this kind of opening nowadays, where you end up with not being able to castle. That's a little bit weird. Advantage for black, of course, with these double pawns that are absolutely not beautiful for white. Okay, castle. Now there is a free pawn to take. seen immediately by FIFA Technique. And should we start to trade, maybe not immediately, we still have quite a lot of time to develop the pieces and put more pressure on this knight and so on. But this knight is in danger, so maybe take this one, okay, putting more pressure, impossible to protect. That's a nice little tactic combination from FIFA Technique. Okay, end up gaining a knight. Oh, that's a little mistake. Probably has to put the bishop back, I guess. Is it the bishop really working? Or just taking the pawn? Yeah, probably just taking the pawn. Sometimes no need to think too much. Okay. Alright. Okay, so at the end, still have a free pawn advantage. And pushing on it. It will work. Maybe. So now it's actually quite stuck. Probably one good idea would have been to just go back there, but is it working? Have to stuck the king there. Okay, how do you find a checkmate on this position? Try to bring the king. Is there really a way to do that? I guess maybe the easiest is will it work to push the pawn? Not immediately. Okay, so probably try to bring the king. Objective is pretty clear in both sides, but will it end up having troubles? For now, no. White actually coming back on that game, quite heavy. Okay, it's not working. Trying for the draw. Ooh, end up getting the rook. But the pawns are way too strong. You will not be able to stop them. And use the bishop to block. This is a standard. Well played, FIFA Technique. Now, what do we have next? Jessifer against Avendom. Let's have a look at this game. Okay, so Jessifer, hello to you. If you are looking at the stream, I know that you probably have a look at it sometimes. Let's have a look at your game, and of course, welcome back. So we have the Jessifer system taking a lot of time and taking a lot of time to build something until it's, I would say, like built enough to get there and attack. All right, so let's see. Trading, okay, probably having in mind to get an attack, but the main idea behind that was to get a 4. Nice tactic from Jessifer. Okay, now we have a strong center, so that probably you don't need to castle anymore, and an open column for the rook. Okay, push. Ooh, that's a nice technique. Taking the pawn. Okay, and now we will have some solution. Will we? No. Long castle. Taking the pawn. Okay, trading. Taking more pawns. Protecting the pawns, of course. Oh, maybe I can go there. I guess a possibility. Can get at least one pawn, I guess. Not chosen there. Okay, pushing the pawn. Time to get a queen. Yes, probably. Pushing 2 pawns. Okay, sacrificing, and then it's going, and end up with black resign. Okay, what do we have currently? We still have a few games in this round. We will have a look at it later. Let's have a look at what happened in our beginner tournament. Tuk. Okay, so we have the second round. Oh, we have the one that joined the game. Oh, okay, he was late on the first one. So we will have a look at it. Let's have a look at the games. We have Alexander against Matt Kreshak and Saya against Park. And Farside already finished her game. So we have a look at it. Up, and we have Sir One against Simi Happy Pawn. We will have a look at this game as we try to have a look at the student of Happy Pawn first. Up. Okay. Let's see about that. Let's open the game. This one is almost over, but we will still have a look, hoping that we will not get spoiled. Okay, not sure really about this move, as you still give away a pawn. Probably have... oh yeah, there is a double attack here, so you have to trade. So 1 pawn advantage for Alexander Safonov. Okay, a bit weird development. Let me go back in that. Okay, so we were there. Okay, a little bit weird development, I guess. A lot of pawns, and these pawns will be really, really, really annoying as the bishop is totally trapped. Ooh, trading. Okay, the bishop is not trapped anymore. Probably have to take back with the knight as well. But oh no, the knight is covering from the promotion. I'm not used to see pawns at move 17, pawns really so close of promoting. Oh, forget about the knight, and now it's a queen. Okay, so maybe try to do the same, push the pawn. Nope. Okay, can be stopped. That's a little problem. Oh, start to give away all the pawns. So both players still have quite a lot of time. It might be interesting at the end to be careful about that and to avoid like giving away the pawn. Like here, that was a little bit too fast. Could just go there, even if you end up losing this one. But at the end up losing all the pawns, and I don't think there is anything to see in this game. Park against Saya. So Saya, much less beginners than Park. Park is currently, actually, I think he probably have few games, but not too much. Remember, oh no, okay, he registered a long time ago, but he only had 13 games on the profile. Might be difficult for him. Let's see how is it going. Oh, okay. A little knight sacrifice from Saya, but there is a knight there. Taken immediately. Not sure it was really a good trade, as now you have a broken pawn structure, but Park ended up sacrificing the queen for the bishop. Okay, still this pawn is available, the knight is available. Okay, sacrificing a little bit too much and trading. Okay, so now it starts to be difficult, pushing the pawn, sacrificing at the end, and resign. Okay, far side against Poklao. Now let's look at this game. What happened? A regular king pawn opening. Okay, so we have here the Spanish Ruiz Lopez. The Ruiz Lopez opening, very famous among, I would say, a positional player usually. Or just player who like endgames. Okay, so we have a pawn there, have to be careful about it. This one not so accurate, as after rook it can be really a problem. That will end up not allow you to castle. Okay, going back, pinning the knight, always nice. Oh, giving away the knight will have been much easier to just push the pawn. Okay, far side taking position. Okay, so start to gain quite a lot of material. I guess it will be a little bit difficult, so a lot of question mark around there, as there is still some threats, especially a checkmate around there. So have to see about the checkmate. Is seen by far side with a beautiful victory. Congratulations, far side. Up. Next one, we have the one 2023 with a gold medal, and against a Simi Happy Pawn. Up with a little weird opening for Simi Happy Pawn. Not sure about this one, but at the end, is it working? Yeah, it actually is kind of working. You can still take there and then have a fork there. Oh, taking there maybe not a good idea. But okay, going for the fork immediately. Dangerous, losing the rook and and checkmate. Okay, that was actually pretty fast from day one. So meaning, even if you think you are ahead in terms of material, you still have to be careful and play accordingly. Especially something I say to all my students, you have to be careful when you play, just to be sure that you are not making a mistake. And the best way to do that is actually to look at what the other is playing, the other player is playing. So, for example, on this move, why is he moving the queen to g6? And after he moved, okay, now we can have a look. Okay, he's attacking there. Okay, he's attacking there. Is there some threats? If he takes there, you will be in check. So maybe not that great for you. If he is taking there, he will attack your knight and attack your rook. Maybe something we could avoid as well, right? So this is how we should consider things if you want to improve and you are a beginner. Okay, So for now we have two other games. Let's have a look at the next round in the Happy Pawn Open. Jessifer still playing Kavaiwa, something like that, against Sudhesh Mayan. I think I will have to simplify the names. Oh, actually, Bangladesh can stay. Quite nice. So, up. Alright, let's have a look at the game from the beginning. We might have some interesting position to have a look at. Okay, so this one, tuk. Okay, normal opening, nothing to worry about. Okay. Oh, probably okay. Pushing the pawn, having an attack. There is a check, and you end up losing that pawn. Maybe not the best thing from best technique. I was a bit confused about the move of pieces. So now the knight is in danger. Okay, moving back. Okay, pushing a pawn. Now the queen is protecting the knight. Okay, really try to target this queen. Up. Okay, and end up losing another pawn. And now we are there. Jessifer really strong on his position. Okay, is there something to do around there? Trying to think. Probably just move the knight. So there's nothing to worry about. Okay. So this is my prediction. I think black should play knight to f6 to protect the knight and also to be able to develop their pieces. Okay, now you can just take the bishop and eliminate the bishop pair. Already something quite nice. And after that you push the pawn around here. This is my prediction. Keep that in mind. We will see what the player will play. Okay, Caviar against Mayan. I will cut Mayan. It will be much easier. Okay, we have quite a passive defense. Okay, go back to the game. All right, developing quite slow. Not sure about what white are doing with their pawns. Okay. All right. So it's look a little bit confused about what both players are trying to do, what they are doing. This might be interesting check in the future. For now, not really. Okay. So trying to push the pawn to get a fork between two pieces, but end up losing one. Okay. So can have some interesting things in this position too. Okay, so let's go back there. Queen is coming, no queen trade. Oof, there is a bishop, amazing bishop. Okay, taking the rook first. Wow, you can actually have the luxury to even take this pawn if you want. It's nothing to worry about. Okay, and now just pushing to get a queen, forcing white to actually try to do something with the only last bishop, but it will not be enough. Okay, Avondom against Bergen-John. The game is still running with both players a little bit low on time. So we have an English opening from Avondom. Up, okay. Trying to protect the pawn in the middle. Usually I try to avoid doing that, but for now it's still like, it looks like it's working. So let's have a look. Maybe a little bit weird move. A little bit confusing. I'm not sure about this one. Okay, the goal was to get the pawn structure. Okay, so where is this king going? That's a huge question. I have to say I don't really know. Okay, so where are we going with that? That's a little bit confused, but we will know pretty soon where we are going, I guess. Oh, there is a check there. Oh, a queen. Bangle-John, you lose your queen. Okay, so I think the check was quite interesting as you get a free bishop. Might be like the best thing, I guess. Okay, so in this game, okay. So they played actually some moves. We will have a look at it. Okay. Alright, so yeah, okay, we were there, so no trade of the bishop. Ooh. Okay, end up losing a straight rook for soup homit. Okay, okay, losing a pawn. Losing a knight. Okay, start to be quite a lot of material that is lost, but little mistake by Jessica. You can take the rook. It's a free rook. Okay, and oh no, I would say eventually you have this one, but there is still a check there. Okay, so you have to move on the side at first. Take the rook, and now you have to play king take. Okay, and now what's next? What's next for black? Okay, taking a pawn. So now about material, still a rook advantage for black, as he got two rooks. Okay, move back the bishop. Yeah, okay, good move from black. Trade the queens, just like after that you are quite done without queen and a rook and 4 pawn down. Okay, let's have a look. We still have a game ongoing. Up. Okay, so 42 seconds before to arrive at the next round. In the chat, Bungo John say, well played, Avendam, second game, second Q home. I'm not sure about. Oh, okay, hanging a queen. Okay, I get it. I get it. Oh, as I didn't check exactly about the streaming, I'm really sorry, guys, but I just see it. So, hello, Farside. Hello, Farside. I was watching at your game. I guess quite difficult tournament. I hope it will be fine. And of course, hello, John. Yeah. I just comment about your queen blunder. It's totally fine. I was a bit worried that I think I will not see you during the tournament, right? Because you said you might have to leave. But turns out that I can see you in the tournament. Really happy to see you. No, I will never say your game is bad. You don't play bad. We saw some amazing game from you, and I'm quite sure that we will continue to see amazing games. We will know pretty soon when we see about the tournament. And Teacher Seb also is there. So Teacher Seb is teaching right now. Good luck, Teacher Seb, for teaching. And we hope to see more games of Teacher Seb one day. So, as there is not so many things ongoing on the beginner tournament, let's see. For now, we have to wait a little bit. So we will get there. Maybe, I would say maybe in the future, I might join the tournament just for fun. I will not join the beginner tournament, of course. I will not allow myself to do that, but probably join the open. Might be interesting as well to change a little bit. Because as you probably know, if you are following the stream, you saw me quite a lot of time. I would say you saw me quite a lot of time commenting games, but only one time playing online, and that time I was awful in my games. So I guess we will see that maybe in a few rounds. We are at round number 3 now. Up. Okay, I opened all the games already. Try to follow up on it. So if I want to join, I will probably have to wait that this round is over. Please let me know in the chat if you want me to join. I will actually join just for one game, maybe just for one game. I want to play a game against Jessica. But if I join, I will have to play maybe against players that don't have a lot of points. Maybe I can play against Bunkertron. Or maybe I can play against Caviar Blitz. Oh, maybe interesting. Okay, you know what? I will click on join. And let's see about the next game when this round is over, and we will see about the game. I just play one and then I will quit, okay? Just to be able to comment my own mistakes. This will be the thing. So, Jessica against FIFA Technique. I guess we can easily think about a nice game as both players are in the same level. But from what we can see, Lucifer has a slight advantage. They play one game together, and at that time FIFA Technique was 1,500 elo. So he gained he gained 500 elo since this game, so quite nice. And Lucifer he gained 30 elo, not that much, but FIFA Technique is a young player, so it's quite normal that he improve a lot. Okay, Lucifer, FIFA Technique, this is the challenge of the round. Okay, quite interesting position for white. Lucifer is building again and again. So now with opposite castle like this is what I like to call it like a race, because the first player who will end up touching the other castle and not being really blocked will be the winner most of the time, or at least get an advantage. So now we can see that FIFA Technique is actually reaching first, and he can reach a knight. So only few options. Okay, choose the right option for Lucifer, and now you touch the castle. So have to be careful. Probably safest move will be to push a3, I guess. Yes, push a3, and now probably bishop take, and now you are quite safe. Now you can try to focus on your attack. One thing that probably, but it will take more time, that's for sure, would be interesting might be to try to push the c pawn with it, as the king is on the c column. So you want to have this column open usually. I talk a lot. I will drink a little bit of water as well. Alright. So, what do we have? Okay, still trying probably double the rook. Maybe this one. But there is a hanging pawn there. Is it takeable? At first there is a free knight. But after that, is it really takeable about this pawn? Will it be better than to take or not? So if you take the knight, a big question is it a trap or not? After probably, actually it's a nice trap, because after rook you are trapped. So cannot take the knight. This is for sure. Now taking this one, I don't see anything about not taking it. Even if the rook is coming, you can still push your pawn, you are safe, bishop is protected, pawn protected, and you are good. Nice trap, nice trap, nice trap. Took me like 15 seconds to understand that it was not a gift. I'm confused, because now, actually, even if you play rooks there, you can move on the side, and then you will be able to escape. So, it's a free knight. Lucifer might have something against it. I will check. You know what? I will check when the round is over. I will keep this game, and then I will check if it's really a free knight. Because for now, it seems like Lucifer don't want to take it at all, but I don't see any reason for not taking it. You take, and then what will happen? Queen, a rook, and you take the pawn, and then you potentially have a check there with a knight. And pawn pushing seems like very difficult for black. So a bit confused, but maybe I'm mistaking somewhere. If you take the knight, is there a check that is annoying? I'm not even sure. I don't feel like it's annoying at all. So I'm still confused why not taking the knight. The knight is still there. Is it me who saw something, or... Okay, so now we'll end up taking the knight. But it probably means that Lucifer didn't want it to take it, and what I would love to know is what did he saw? What did he saw in this game? I really want to know. Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll just open a new lichess, and we'll do something that we actually do sometime. Up, so we'll keep this position in mind. Up, let me just put it on the side for a second, and I will open the analysis board, and I will place exactly the pieces same as we have on this game to understand why not taking it. Up, let me flip the board. I will share the screen with you. as soon as we finished, up. Okay. All right. So now that I have it, we have a bishop here, we have a pawn here, pawn up. Okay, white bishop around here. We have the queen there, we have the king there, we have the rook up, knight in the middle, took. Okay, I will remove that, remove here, here, and here. For black, we have a bit of fianchetto, king on top, bishop is out, knight in the middle, took. Okay, here. Okay, so let me just go back a little bit in this game, as I want to go back to my position just to know if I missed something or not, because I'm confused about it. Okay, and we have a rook here. Okay, I didn't forget something. Took. No, it looked like I didn't forget anything. So now I will actually know. Up, and I will share my screen with you, because I thought that I was mistaking somewhere, but turns out that the computer agreed with me. Computer say white are at +8, and oh, he's not taking the knight. He's not taking the knight immediately. He thinks that taking the pawn is stronger, but after this move, then it's okay. You still have a threat, but it's not that great. What about taking there? So taking that is okay, but not the best move. The best move is taking there. And this move on the side, not taking the knight, is actually pretty similar. It's pretty similar. Oh, wait. There is a mistake in my position, no? I think. Oh, yeah. My bad. I need to correct my position a little bit, because the queen is at the wrong spot. So the queen is there. And now he's not taking the knight. So it has something. Oh, okay, so black, if I keep making mistake, will not be fine. Okay, so no, it has not been playing like this. Up. Okay, so position was like this before. Yeah, it was at that moment. Okay, now I get it. It was at that moment, the rook is there, and now we have the analysis board with white to play, and I want to know what will happen with that. Okay, so there is nothing much. End up like there is nothing much. No, there is nothing much. And that move was actually the best one. So the best move is not to take the knight, but taking the knight is still an okay move. Alright, interesting enough. This one is actually more clean. So good job, Justifer. Nice one to, I would say, resist and not take the knight, even if it was really tempting. For my part, I will actually just take the knight for sure. I will not think too much about it. Probably end up taking the knight. Okay, so what do we have next game? So we were in this game, yeah. Okay. So this game is not over yet. We have opposite again, as you can see, both pushing the pawns on the opposite side. This one, white are leading about that, and now, okay, 3 piece. Now they start to fret a little bit on that, okay, but black just arrived, and now black are creating problems. Who will have the less problem? That's a big question. Ooh, nice move. Okay, you can end up taking the rook. Oh, you cannot, there is a checkmate. So you cannot take the rook. Probably move there. Okay, threatening checkmate in f8. So now what to do to block from the checkmate? Oh, you have both. Can you actually end up doing that? No, really? No, you cannot. If you do that, there is a fork there. And after that you can take, and you will not let the time for black to do anything. Or you can take first. Yeah, can take directly if there is a rook coming. But is there another move? The king cannot really move. So the only move is that, or move the queen. Or move the queen will not do anything. So you end up having to move your rook, and you need to block. So it's losing a straight rook if I don't mistake. So play there, take. Now you cannot do. You have to take, and then you have the fork there. And if you do after you off down the rook and a piece is resigned, I guess. So let's see what Avendom will find as a move to play, but I think it's pretty clear about this game. Let's go to the next one. Blitz against Austin. Oh, Austin ended up losing the game. Okay, trading again. Okay, so pretty fair opening for now. Okay, trading all the pieces, going for endgame. Ooh, little mistake, lose a pawn. Yeah, lose second pawn. Okay, so will the game really end, like losing all the pawn, trying to get the draw for blitz? Because it seems like that was one of the only objectives, was to try to get a draw for both players, but they, yeah, okay, want to get a draw but not trading the queen, and the move of queen are actually much more accurate for blitz than for Austin, as he can collect the pawn one by one. Here, what did we had? We had Kevia against Bergeron. Let's have a look at the Bergeron games. Okay, traditional opening against this kind of compact defense. You want to take the space. Okay, everything great. So I'm quite sure that you have, ooh, beautiful checkmate. Oh, it's not checkmate, can escape from there. Is there something? Probably check. Check here first, no? A check in h4, and then if you go back it's checkmate, have to push the pawn, and after that you can recheck, and after king here you have the check, forcing the king to go there, and after that rook take, and you should be quite close from checkmate, I guess. Okay, alright, putting pressure. Alright, so everything is holding up, it's quite nice. Okay, even sacrificing the knight is not working. Okay, good. Alright, threatening around there. Oh, beautiful game from Bergeron. Oh, just have the little warning that I am playing a game. So I'm playing against again Avendom. Let's see how is it going. Avendom. So we were just end up looking at his game before, and it turns out that he ended up exactly the same. Okay, so we will play a little bit in defense on this one. Traditional Caro-Can defense. I even a pre-move, taking a lot of risk. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of this kind of opening. I don't really like it because pawns are already coming up, and I want to develop my bishop eventually, which for now a little bit not that great for my bishop. So push a little pawn here, just avoid that there is a g pawn getting pushed. We will fix that problem later. For now, we need to try to, how we say, take some space eventually. The bishop, as you can see, we cannot really develop it, so we will do our best to develop it later. The bishop is trapped. It's not really a problem to move the knight, as it will help us to take a little bit of space on this game. So let's see, I guess, okay, going back, time to develop pieces. We have a few moves that might be interesting around there with a little double attack. Okay, one is blocked. Should we move our queen? Maybe, as we almost developed all our pieces except this one, as you can see. Okay, there is still a knight there that might be a little bit annoying, but it will not do much. Tempting. Couldn't we take there? Take, pawn take, queen take, but we don't get anything in return. So not that interesting. Okay, could we end up getting something from that? I guess we can get at least a check. But is it really worth it? We can get only a check. So if we try to get a check, we should probably get it there to avoid having a little pawn being pushed. Okay, time to move our bishop. We still have a little common trap to push the b pawn and stuck the knight. So we will keep that in mind. Okay, obviously Avendom don't really like our queen, so we might have to try to move our queen somewhere. Should we move it somewhere like here? Probably. I wanted to move it to a6 to attack the pawn, but it's protected anyway. Don't see like a lot of things in that one. Okay, one of the plan, maybe pushing the e pawn might be interesting. Is trading the bishop really a good thing for us? Not really sure. So I will just try to go to the other direction and pushing my little pawns. For now, we still need to understand what's going on in the game, and I just see that I have 4 minutes 55 on the clock, so I might be playing a little bit too fast. So yeah, I told you that quite a lot of time for the one who listens to the stream, that you need to take your time, and I should take my time as well. Okay, so what do we have there? Pawn trading. Is it interesting? I guess we'll take this one. So if you take this one, we will take the rook. And okay, so we take the rook first. And now I guess we will just take back this one. Okay, so we get a little pawn, better than nothing. Little advantage, if we can call it an advantage. Nothing is really clear for now, but we will try to do it like a slow and steady. This will be the key word about our tournament. Okay, so the queen is coming there. Maybe there is an idea of a bishop take, and I have only one protection on that. Should I be worried about it? For now, I don't really see where should I be worried. So I just take the little pawn. Okay, so now I get a little piece advantage. Start to be a little bit nicer, I guess. Ow. Okay. All right. So we got a quick resign. Unfortunately, that was a little bit too fast. Okay. I'm sad now. I wanted to play a bit more. It's all right. So we will have a look at the next games. Oh, I got half a point because I was late, but I never joined. So, okay. All right. We'll open still the 3 games that we have. Let's see. We have a far side with another difficult game. In the beginner tournament, we have Reina Ma against Simi Happy Pawn, and we have Chimpies against Robot. Okay. All right. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at it. Tuk tuk. Okay, so Farsad is playing Dilo against Dilo, so might be a little bit difficult, but we have a look at it. Tuk tuk. Okay, okay, so quite good opening for now from Farsad. Okay, trying to get the pawn. So we arrive at that point where we should try to secure ourselves, probably a long castle from black. So what could we hope from that? Okay, so trading? Trading or pushing? Probably rook first. Rook first and then push. And if there is a trade, pawn trade, rook, king on the side, and you will be quite safe. That's my point of view on the thing. So we will see what will happen in this game. We'll keep following it. Okay, Reynama against Simi Happy Pawn. Quite a fair game. Both players have the same ranking. Tuk tuk. Okay, okay. Not understand this one. Okay, so we lost a piece from Simi Happy Pawn. Up. Ouch. That hurt a little bit about losing a piece, but there is still a nice way to recover by getting a rook. It's like a, you see, I make like a roll. So here we just have to follow. Let's see how it will go. Up. Okay. Jessifer against Mayan. As we say, we call it Mayan. Up. Okay, we'll have a look at it. Tuk tuk. Okay. Okay, all right. Okay, Jessifer style, as we can see, with the knight coming back to pop again somewhere. Okay, little check, taking a pawn. So, yeah, really Jessifer style, about collecting material, collecting pieces, but there is no need to hurry about that. And then, okay, I have 2 pawn advantage, I will trade the queen. I threat you to take another third pawn advantage. So this is all. It's all about having a really good position in a game. Blitz against FIFA technique. Ooh, there is a lot of moves on this one. So let's have a look. We know already we'll have a beautiful endgame in this one. Okay, okay. Ooh, that's risky for black to take the pawn. So end up not taking it. Okay, okay. Trading the queen. Make it more safe. Make it more safe for black. But at the end, white are totally on top right now. With actually they don't have any material advantage. But the position advantage is so big that it should turns out like in a quite an easy endgame, I guess. Okay. So trying to pressure, what could be a possibility around there? If you want to keep pressuring, I guess just move back and pressure the easy pawns first. And then you can try to focus on the big ones. Okay, do you really have to trade there? Probably. No, now you have a weak pawn, forgot to bring the king. That's a little problem. Okay, so the king has some time to come. Here he's stuck. Okay. Okay, trying to find a solution, but sometimes violence is not really the thing you want to have. Ooh, little mistake, losing a pawn. Is it really losing a pawn? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's difficult and you cannot get it. Black end up with a counter attack, getting this game fine. Hosting against Burgerjon will be an interesting game for sure, as they are both players with a lot of experience in this tournament. Let's have a look how is it going. Okay, okay. Alright, trading the bishop. Usually I like to just let it there, and when one piece take it, you have an open column on the opponent castle. But this is a strategy that I like to use, not for everyone, of course. Take, queen take on check. If you go there as a... Okay, it can be annoying, so I understand why not taking it, but at the end, okay, go back with the queen, move back the bishop. Oh, you could just take the queen and then you get the bishop. Okay. Alright, so interesting for Burgerjon, he could get his pieces back. Okay, trying to get a draw. As now with a down a piece, it starts to be a little bit difficult. There is some pressure around there. Ooh, forcing the queen trade. Okay, and now we are there with probably rook f7 coming pretty soon. A knight that oh, he's not trapped. The knight is not trapped, but this one is. Yeah, this one is trapped. Rook there, and after that you have to push a pawn. So actually it's fine, but it's a bit not that easy to play. Let's see. Okay, what do we have in this game against between Reynama and Simi Happy Pawn? Okay, losing a little pawn. Okay, so this is one of the main key things I think in defense, that you absolutely need to use your king. Otherwise it will be really difficult to play. It's like you play with being down a piece. Okay, so let's see about this end game. So we talked about this move, right? And now absolutely you have to be careful about that. Oh yeah, you cannot really let it go. Yeah, you have to be careful about it. And yes, there is a checkmate. Okay. Alright. Alright. So for now, Jessica leading the tournament with 3 points. Mayan 2.5 points. Blitz with a ranking with question marks, but he get like a so high because of the question mark, meaning that he can gain a lot of points really easily. We have still a game incoming between Burgerjon and Hostin, and also between Mayan and Jessica. it's really the game for who will be the leader in this tournament, the current leader. Where is Magnus? Oh, Farsight, that's a really good question. He was sick today. I guess he don't want to play on the stream, but I might bring him back a little bit later. Or maybe I will change. I need to think about it. Who should be the next Magnus? Because as you know, now Magnus is not the best player in the world anymore. So, we might be able to find another player. We will see about that. Okay, interesting rook sacrifice from Mayan to get I get a pawn, and Jessifer is answering by doing exactly the same to avoid the checkmate. Okay, trading not working. Okay, so get back the pawns. That's another point. Oh, little mistake from Jessifer. Now, if you take back, you will lose a bishop, but you can actually sacrifice here on a check, and then you take there. Probably the easiest. So now end up of 1 pawn advantage in a rook final. It's difficult. It's difficult. Rook to c7, already easy basic. Okay, and probably have the rook on the back. The best way to block a pawn is actually to try to go to block it directly there. So I guess it's not even a question, but if you try to do that, you will have the a pawn coming to support. So might be difficult. Okay, so how does this end up? It was a little bit difficult for Bunglejohn, unfortunately. I might have to trade. Okay. Beautiful technique from Austin. And sorry for Bunglejohn, I think it's quite okay at the end. To lose against Austin, he is a player improving really fast. Yeah, now you need to come back. Still can push. Oh no, should push this one first. Yeah. a5, definitely my key move for now. Push a5 first, and even if rook takes, then you can push and nothing can stop you. Yes. So now, what is the best option for for white? Probably bringing the king. You don't really have any other option. It will be difficult to stop. So now you can still push. You can still push it there. Rook, pawn, king, pawn. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You can keep the situation like this, and then you just move your king, and you go to collect the pawns. So yeah, you can keep the situation like this forever. That's the advantage of the thing. As soon as there is one of these that move, you push this one, and then you get a queen. Or at least you will get this rook. So it should be over for Mayan. Just need to push the king now. Or you can even push this pawn. It works as well. Both are working. Both are working. But I think king is a little bit more accurate, as you can just collect all the pawns. Yeah, you can go. It's like no worry. It's quite fine. Okay, but this will not work for too long. Coming or not? Rook? You can do that. You can move the rook and take the pawn. And even when the king comes back there, you still can move back the rook. So it's actually fine. Yeah, rook there, key move for now. You get a free pawn. One of them you get it for free. But if you trade, will you have the time or not? Big question to stop this pawn. 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Enough. Probably enough. Okay, be careful, Jessica. Don't mess up this endgame. That will be very sad to mess up the endgame, I have to say. Yeah, different technique probably, but even by pushing this one, it will not end up doing much. If you trade the rook, yeah, okay, if you trade the rook, it will work. Okay. See me Happy Pawn, Reynama, still ongoing about this endgame, if you remember when we talked about. So, okay, forgot the en passant, really key important move. Okay, going for the check, taking your pawn. Oh, that's sad. Now you cannot. Oh, you can still stop. Oh, it still work. Okay, in this one, what happened? So both players start to have to play a bit fast. So start to be interesting. I think Jessica will be able to convert about like what's happening in this game. Okay, probably. Just push the pawn. Nothing can stop you. Okay, now you are free to push. Okay. I don't understand. You really go back with the roots here. Why not pushing this one? Okay, not should have pushed. It will take. But it's like there is a move missing. There is a move missing for white to be able to do something. It is take on the pawns. Okay, so lost on time for Mayan, as we say. Good game from Lucifer. Not sure if the endgame is really clean, but we will keep it like this in our minds that at the end, the only thing that really matters is the result, as you all know. Okay, so what do we have there? We have the tournament with Lucifer being at 4-on-4, great games, and Simi Happy Pawn. What happened there? Oh, he didn't stop the pawn. Okay, alright, so this explains everything if he didn't really block the pawn. Round number 4-on-7 for both, so it will be round number 5. After 4 full games, what do we have? About far side actually get 2 victory over 4. Now, oh, I'm playing against Burger John. Burger John, we will have our game on a live stream. So, that's nice. Where can I send you a message? Oh, okay, I will send you a message later. It would be nice to play against you, Burger John, as I comment your game so many times. Oh, and you play your Karokan. Okay, let's go for an exchange, a variation on a Karokan. It used to tend for a draw, usually, about this one. But I guess it will be quite fine. Let's see. Might be at least an interesting game. We'll have to try to find a solution to avoid this type of a tricky situation where we have some sort of a draw-looking game. Okay, so as I promised in the previous game, I will do my best to take my time while playing and not end up the game with 10 minutes. So we try to do as best as we can. Alright, so we can expect around that. I want to develop my bishop, but Bergeron is attacking me. So I guess I don't really have any choice. I will probably have to develop my queen, but he will destroy my castle if I do that. So maybe I will push my pawn first. Let's push the pawn and let's see what happens next. So he will probably just move the bishop back, and we will still have to find a solution on how to avoid losing that pawn. So maybe the easiest is just to push that pawn, I guess. Okay, so next move can be like a bishop g5, kinda interesting, and then a knight in row. This is some sort of a development plan that we can end up having. Okay, so here will not be like that useful. So maybe we will try just to go a little bit more in the middle, as we can get some squares to control. Might be a little bit more interesting. Okay, so might expect a castle. I expect you to castle. But I think he's listening on the stream as well. So it might be interesting to see. So what do we have in the beginner tournament? Let's see about that. We have far side against Kevin Matty, which should be kicked. It will be difficult to play. Okay, so indeed we have the castle. I will develop my knight as I will be able to escape from that pin. That is a little bit annoying. Don't really want to keep that pin for too long. Okay, so where is the bishop going? That's always a good question. I guess the bishop is going directly there to attack mine. Ah, no, my bishop. So I will move on the side. I don't want to trade my bishop, not immediately. I prefer to attack gently, to attack that knight. Will be much more fun for our part. Okay. Alright, so we go back around there. Should we try something? Because this is actually a big question. This is a big question. Maybe we can try something. Okay, let's get rid of that knight. We have two, as you can see, and one of the knights don't have any squares, so we will try to make that knight useful. Okay, and now we can even come with the rook around there. So we have a rook in top position. For how long? That will be a good question. Maybe not for too long. As Penguin will probably hunt my rook. Okay, the bishop is going back, so he saw my little technique. I plan to take there, and then the bishop will be with no protection. Okay, so should we trade? Okay, let's trade. At least the bishop will be gone. Which pawn to take? Probably the h pawn. If taking with the f pawn, you will open a column. Oh, okay, for the risky one. Let's go for the risky one then. So I will be able to pressure a little bit more on the e6 pawn. And let's see what will be the defense, I guess. Okay. And now we have to continue to develop our pieces. So, okay, we can develop this one. Oh, do we have something there? I think we have. Okay. Might have seen some little thing interesting, but I need to take my time and not play too fast. I will talk about it a little bit later. Okay, so let's let some time for Burgerjohn to play and see about the... Oh, I just say that, and he played right away. Okay, so now he's attacking my rook. I have to say that's not really nice. So which square to choose? Very difficult choice. I have two, here and here. I tend to think that here is slightly better, but I might be mistaken. Reason I want to move there is only because it will allow me to move my bishop more freely, but having the rook in a3 will allow me to get the queen to put more pressure. So that was probably mistakes from me. I should not do that. So I will find a way. We will have to find a way. We don't really have a choice because we only have one game to play, right? So let's go back with the bishop. Not really a problem to trade this one. We don't really have a big use of this bishop anyway. Okay, so trade it immediately by Burgerjohn. And now we can focus on our main objective, which is to get some attack on this e-pawn. Okay, so rook will be doubled, as you can imagine. Maybe we will try something with our knight. Can we end up putting some pressure on that? Maybe, maybe not. We will have the answer pretty soon of the... Will Burgerjohn allow us? Ooh, Burgerjohn is going for the direct threat. Now makes me afraid, as there is a queen and a bishop coming. What can I do? I guess I will have to block it. Okay, so I will block. I don't really want to have a Burgerjohn queen coming to attack me. So we will block for now. For now we will block. At the end, end up having our rooks there again. The bishop is a little bit annoying, but let's see what will be played next. We try to have a look at it. Okay. Alright, so rook is coming. Is it time to move our queen? Maybe. So let's move our queen. Is there a way to find an efficient square for our queen? That's another very big question. Alright, so for now we are attacking quite deeply about this pawn. We have 3 attack on it. Really go fine on this pawn. It's like we try to put everything we have on this pawn indeed. And now we can still not take it. So we have to go back. Before I said that I will choose the other square, but this one I will choose this one. If you choose E there, you have a bishop coming and it can be pretty annoying. So this is why we try to avoid it. Okay, Bergenjon is coming back to attack us. Will we have the opportunity to protect ourselves at the end? We will never know. So instead of moving back the rook and taking the risk of getting a draw, we will just try to block this queen from coming there. Okay, so the pawn is coming. I guess we will take. Okay, so should we trade more? Maybe. Maybe we should trade more. We can. So the big thing is if we trade, we trade. If we don't trade, we don't trade. Very immediate science. I guess we not trade. We'll wait a little bit to see what Bergenjon want to do about this game. Okay, seems like he actually want to trade. Probably want to trade the second rook as well then, I guess. We'll see that. Okay, so we trade both rooks. Now it's endgame with queen. I have to say absolutely not my favorite. I like endgame with only minor pieces, eventually with a rook. Much more fun. So we'll have a look at it. Let's have a look at what we can do because that will be our main thing. So the only little advantage for white currently will be that this pawn is alone and on a white square, while black has only a dark square bishop to protect this pawn. So this pawn is vulnerable. If we can end up trading the queen, will be a little bit better advantage, I guess, for white. But for now, nothing sure. Bergenjon is actually playing really good about his game. Really strong, really solid. Maybe I didn't choose the right variant and take a variant that like the exchange variation on the Caro-Kann that tend to be a draw, but this is one of our goals. We try to avoid having a draw. Okay, so we have a little check there. It will not do much, definitely. Okay, so queen is coming back. Oh, my knight is in danger too. So here is a quite interesting big question. Should we end up trading or not? I think it will be much more fun if we trade. So let's go for the trade. Okay, and we'll try to see if we can actually use our knight better than the bishop. Up. Alright, so can we end up having an interesting game or not, or at least an interesting thing to do in this one? We will have the answer pretty soon. So the good point is that I still have time to think, and the bad point is that I'm not sure if I will use my time or not, and I'm not sure that I will use my time at all. So we will try to have a look at it. No, I don't want to trade my knight. My knight is really precious for me. I care about my knight a lot, so what to do? The normal move want me to go there. Seems to be the most logic move I can play. And even if this pawn is actually pretty weak, I have no way to attack this pawn. So we might have to try to relocate our pieces a little bit, as for now there is not really any option for us. So we try to find a way. Oh. Might be tricky. Might be really tricky for me, but I don't know if it will work or not. I'm trying something. It worked. So Bergenjon, maybe he got trapped in his with his king. That's the main reason why I pushed the pawn there. It seems a little bit weird of coming there with the king, I guess. So yeah, a little bit sad. The good point is that you didn't lost any elo on that game, so pretty fair, and that was really nice to play with you. Good game. Let's go back to the tournament to see what do we have. Okay, so at the end we still have Jussifer with maximum point, 5 point over 5. Actually pretty nice. And we have Blitz against Mayan. I said we call it Mayan. Okay, so here Farsight against Kevin Matty. How did it went? Okay, pushing up. Oh, you forgot your pawns there. Oh no, actually it's Farsight that takes a pawn. So Farsight is actually pretty good. Get a pawn back. So there's still this one, a little bit of a problem. I guess you can probably push there, maybe a possibility. Okay. Oops, that's risky, but you end up being safe. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's so sad. The end is like difficult. Very difficult ending. That's a bit sad about the end. Very difficult to end, really difficult to finish, especially because of the piece a bit down. So yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. Okay, so here we still have like only one game in this round as well. The game between Blitz end up in a draw between Blitz and Mayan. So Blitz, really strong performance in this tournament. Is actually really interesting. The way he played. I have no idea about his real level, but he seems to play pretty nice. Pretty nice. I just see I am on a buy for the next game, so it will let me a little bit more time to comment your games, but a big question is why am I number 2 of the tournament currently? I joined at the end, just let me outside of the ranking. I don't need to be on top of anything. Okay, so Blitz against Jussifer will be actually really interesting for sure. Okay, FIFA technique against Mayan might be interesting too. So, sorry Mayan, but I will end up taking the side of FIFA technique that I know a little bit better. Okay. Alright, so here what to play, pushing, okay. Some positional thing, I don't know, I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about like pushing the pawn, but is it the best thing to do? Okay, having a pawn structure. I have to say a beautiful pawn structure. Oh, I just say you have a beautiful pawn structure. Okay, confused again. Is there an idea of like bringing a knight there, taking a bishop or whatever? Or not? We will never know. Or maybe we'll see later. Okay, hosting against Caviar. I never know how to say. I will just say Caviar. This is pretty fair. Okay, regular opening. Maybe a bit passive from white, but black are even more passive, so it's actually pretty fine. Okay, so after that, at the end, the idea is pushing the pawn to attack the castle. Pretty direct threat. Oh, there is a pawn there. There is a pawn. Yeah. So after knight take, you can move your bishop freely. You can go there, it works, and you get back your knight. So that's a possibility. Get a pawn on the castle at least, but you will end up losing that one. Okay, so just lost a pawn at the end. Knight f4 is pretty really strong. Difficult to counter, like you cannot hide it. Trying like this, but you have a check and you cannot castle. Is it a possibility? Maybe. Trading right away, okay. Is there like a queen check? Could it be a possibility, a queen check there? We will see that. We will see that. Okay, so we were there in this one. Oh, this is the pawn not to take. Usually, as every time you take this pawn, you end up losing the other pawn. So, okay, yeah. You can have queen to b8. Kinda interesting to support the rook, I guess. Okay, so we had the queen check, but a bit late, I guess. Okay, so the good point for black, what I really like in their game is that they turn out that the white bishop is totally useless. This bishop don't have a single square, which is pretty interesting. But he might have really soon, so have to be careful about it. Is there a way to do like a bishop f5? Seems to be like a way. Seems to be a way. Probably. Because that bishop, okay, he was useless before, or you can even push this one, that worked too. Yeah, okay, both are actually working. Pawn take. And now the bishop, okay, can go there. But after pushing the pawn, still have squares there. Okay, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's tricky, but it's fine. I see some interesting move for black, such as bishop g4, but you need to push this pawn first. As a little trick, you push the pawn and then you get bishop g4, attacking this, attacking queen and pawn and rook. Can be interesting. Pawn take, I guess you have to take with the f pawn. It looks like it's the most safe, but you might have queen coming around there to threat you a little bit. Okay, let's go back to this game. Jussifer against Blitz. What can we have? Can we have Blitz defeating Jussifer? I think it will be like a pretty interesting to see. Okay. All right. Oof. Will not happen for sure. Oh yeah, you still have this. This move is really annoying, but it actually worked. Oof. Losing one piece. Oh, that's a really tense game, a very confusing game between both players about like what is going on in that game. There is a pawn you can take there. Oh, that's difficult. Yeah, it's a difficult game. And how to protect that pawn now? You cannot, so if you protect that, you lose the bishop. Okay, but after this one, you can move back. Bishop. Bishop there looks pretty solid. You still attack this pawn indirectly, but you also have an attack on the knight. Oof, now it's a blunder. Lose a piece. A take. Now you can do that, yeah. So the idea is a knight take and still have the two protection on this one. If pawn take around there, you take the bishop, and if knight take first, you just take it back. So you end up gaining one piece. Little blunder from Blitz along there. Let's see if our dear friend Jussifer can find it. Up, up, up. Okay, so let's see how is it going on in that game. Probably have to use the queen. Huh? The queen can have like amazing great squares that nobody can cover. Little problem of pushing the queen right away is that now the queen is attacking your pawn, and when you move the bishop, you lose your pawn. This pawn, honestly, this pawn in g5 is worth much more than this bishop in d3 that was pretty useless since the beginning of the game. Now after bishop took over, there is nothing really amazing to play for white. After the pawn is not really working. Okay, this one is even better than bishop e6. I was a little bit inaccurate on that move, so bishop there is actually pretty nice. Okay, trying to threat directly, but now you can push the pawn. Even one square is actually fine. Two square, because the rook can come there. So you can push 2 squares and you will be actually pretty fine. And after queen, after rook there, you still have some options. One, so you can have the rook. Yeah, I have some other problem. Okay. FIFA technique probably playing a little bit too fast. Probably playing too fast. That's a straight point. Now you still have to push your pawn. Push your pawn one more square. And it's done about the threat. Up. Okay, so. Oh, Jessica missed it. Jessica missed the tactic. Okay. Alright, so end up trading everything. Oh. What's the idea there? Oh, okay. Bishop can take. Okay, but you lose a knight. Okay, but you had a piece advantage. Yeah, you have a piece advantage in the beginning of the game. Could have 2 piece advantage. Okay, well, that's pretty weird from Jessica. Maybe Jessica started to be tired. Who knows? Oh, okay. So he plays the rook. Actually, he didn't never push the pawn, but now I still have some troubles. Still same troubles. Have to fix the trouble, I guess. Okay, so now I have only 1 square. So if the king is moving to f8, there is a rook that can be taken. And now that is there, I'm trying to think, is there something interesting to play? I will probably try to play that, but it might not work with the bishop coming back. So, okay. Alright, going to the same pawn, threatening against the same pawn. FIFA technique is not letting it go, it just go for it. Okay, so we have this endgame between Blitz and Justifer. Interesting enough, a rook endgame. I have no idea who will be the best player in this kind of endgame, as it's already, in my opinion, a really technical game, really difficult to play. So not sure about it. Not sure about it. It's look like Blitz might have an advantage. Oh no, actually it takes there, but you can push. No, that's difficult. He loses both pawns, so now it's really going to be a draw. It's how I see the thing. It looks like it's going to be a draw. Difficult. Okay, far side is still playing against Alexander Safonov. And we'll have a look at it. Okay. Using the queen to cover. Not totally convinced about that, but understandable. Okay, far side want to get offensive in this one. Beautiful fork. Oh no, it's Alexander that is offensive. Little problem for Miss Far side. Letting it go. Have to focus on what the other player wants. Maybe start to be tired a little bit. Get a fork as well, but lost a queen, losing a rook. Ooh, what is happening in this game? This looks like a really tense game around there. Okay, going for the check, trading the pieces. The more pieces are traded, the more it's difficult for Mrs. Farside to be able to survive in this game. The knight is in danger. Where to move the knight? It has not really any squares. It has to protect it. Forget about the knight. What's going on in this game? It looks like a crazy game. Okay, so let's have a look about the end game. It looks like both players are playing for the draw, as none of them really seems to want to take the risk. Have to know that trying to win in this kind of game is really taking a risk. Oh, there is a rook trade. Rook trade accepted. Now, will we have player taking the risk or not? That's a big question. Due to the position, I want to say maybe there is a slight advantage for white, but they need to still be able to play the game without making mistakes. That will probably be not that easy as well. Okay, so let's go down a little bit in tension, go back to the hosting game. Okay, have to take there. Alright, going back, trade. Okay, the queen is in danger, losing a pawn. Okay, trading the queen, taking the rook. Okay, losing a bishop for Caviar against Hostin. Hostin really want to win this game, I guess. But he has a little trouble. He's down a piece, but he's up a pawn. So can this pawn, which is currently here, be worth same as a knight? That will be a big question. It will all depend. Okay, so in this game, what did we have? We had FIFA technique trying to find the key. What is the key attack on this one? It has been really difficult to find the key, and we end up having a mistake. Oh, it's a draw. So nobody found the key at the end of what is the key to this situation. Okay, all right. I don't know if it's a fair result or not, but oh, another piece. What is happening? Start to be difficult. 2 pawns for 2 pieces. Wow, you need to have really strong pawns if you want it to be worth like a piece. And in this game, it ended as a draw as well. So a lot of draw in this round. And Miss Fast ended up being checkmate at the end. That's a little bit sad. Okay, so what do we have? At the end, we have Jessifer still at number 1 rank. And we have Blitz number 2 with 3.5. So actually we are at round number 6 over 7, means that Jessifer is already the champion of the tournament. So congratulations in advance. I see Bunk and John in the chat saying well played, Louis. I miss the pawn checkmate in the middle of the board. So I would say my pleasure. I was a bit confused about it, but that was a nice game. And after all the games I commented from you, Mr. John, I have to say maybe that was a little bit unfair because I know about your playing style a little bit. I comment so many of your games, and that was the first game we played together, and you probably have discovered about my gameplay. So that will be a pleasure to see you again really soon, I guess, in the next tournament. Alright, so hosting Kavua, this is the last round that we have between number 6 and number 7 on the stream, on the tournament. Difficult endgame for Hostin. Hostin has a slight, like a 200 elo advantage on the ranking. Will he be able to show Kavua that he is the best player there with 2 pieces down? That will be really a challenging question. Okay. So obviously Hostin will stay kind of defense right now. It's really black that they have to do the game right now. Probably the best way to make the game will be to play bishop f6 and then to try to trade the rook if possible. This one is fine, but at the end you still need to get your rook on the second rank if you want to have a chance of having that, but of having a trade. That's the only option actually to get a trade. So might have like a king attack, a king little pick from Hostin, but it will not really work. Okay, pushing a pawn finally. I mean, finally for black, they might be waiting for that for quite a long time. I have 2 squares. Okay, this one I didn't really think about it, but it's actually pretty fair. Alright, what's the idea behind that? Trade the rook for sure. Okay, trading the rook work. My bad, it doesn't work. Instead of that, trying to go for the fork, Caviar probably forgot that he's playing against 1700 elo. You cannot play a fork that easily, but you can indeed attacking a pawn, and this will work. So no fork, but a pawn that you can take for free. Still better than nothing, I guess. What could be the next thing to do? Targeting another pawn. Alright. I still can take on check. Now you have a... Do you have something with bishop check? Not really, not really, not really. Not really have anything. King go down. That's also a bit too far away from checkmate. Might be still interesting to try to play it, I guess. There, oof, it's difficult. Okay, attacking the pawn to try to get it there directly. White offers a draw. Nice try, Austin. Nice try, nice try. If you want to draw, you need to get a stalemate. That's actually your only option. Yeah, that's definitely your only option to get the stalemate. If you really wanted to get stalemate, you just give away your rook. Could be an option, but might not work. Okay, there is still a stalemate. You just need to sacrifice your rook. It can work. Can work. Now you lose your rook at the end. So that was the moment waited for so much by Caviar to be able to get a fork. Probably try to go back in your hole. If you want to get a draw, might be like the only thing to do. Corner. I need to go to the corner directly. Or if you go there, there is a checkmate. Oh, too fast. And it ended up in a stalemate. Okay, alright. So at the end, you know, when you are totally lost, you don't have to give up. Just think about stalemate. Try to find where there is a stalemate and might be able... Hosting, you did it again from FIFA Technique. I would say just we got all on YouTube. So maybe Austin is actually quite lucky today. So it ended up quite well. He's probably in luck. He's right. He's in luck today. So FIFA Technique, can we have FIFA Technique against Austin? Oh, actually I was playing against Jessifer, against the leader of the tournament. Hopefully nothing too worrying for Jessifer, as he already is winning the tournament. But good game, Jessifer. That will be nice to play against you. It's been a long time we didn't play together, so will be interesting for sure. It will be definitely interesting. So as I said, Jessifer will build. He will build a lot his game, and we probably have to think about it. I will just say good luck for this game, Jessifer. It's been a while. Oh. It's been a while that we didn't play together. So it will be quite nice actually to see about Jessifer game. Now I can comment it in direct live. So what do we have from Jessifer is basically building a lot about the position. So he ended up having a really, really strong defense that might be really a problem for us to try to attack, to try to defeat him basically. But we will do our best. We will try, even if it will not be an easy game for sure. After all, he's the tournament leader currently, so we might have to be careful, and maybe we will try to take our time for once and to build our game as well. I guess that's a pretty fair things to do. Okay, so he removes the pin immediately almost. I'm not really happy about that, so I will we just go for it. Okay, should we trade? Maybe not. Just move back with the bishop, I guess. Okay. So there is some people who like to sacrifice the bishop. I'm not sure that it's the gameplay, the game style of Jessifer. So he will probably not play it. And that will be much better for us, as I don't really like this variant. I prefer when it's slow and steady, and we play about position and tactic. So we will have a look at it. Let me know on the stream. I'm still looking at your game. Let me know, what do you think about this game? What can we do? What could be quite interesting to play probably, and we will try to see about that against the current leader and future champion of the tournament. Maybe he's thinking about sacrificing the bishop. Okay. Alright, so should we take with the knight or the bishop? We take back with the knight, I guess, for now. And we will, at least the bishop will have to move. That's the good point about it, as we don't really want to have the bishop staying there. Can be really annoying, but he's coming to attack us. So let's see, for now, we might just go back. That was a mistake, actually, to go there like this. So, yeah, not great. That was a mistake. So we'll have to do something against that. Probably trying to push our pawns to counter that bishop. I thought genuinely that the bishop will just go back, but that's not the case. The bishop is not going back. Bishop is staying there. That's not really nice. Oh, there is a... Is it working? No, it's not working. I'm always looking at little tactic tricks. For now, we are safe. We are safe currently. So will he take our knight or not? That's always a big question. And we see. For now, I think it's pretty similar to what I played in the past against Jessifer. Is that in the opening, I usually get crushed. He's much better than me in the opening. He knows his opening perfectly, which is not the case for me. And this is another problem. But it's more like my problem, actually, is that I'm not really an expert about openings. And he is much better than me in openings, definitely. So, yeah, okay. This can it work? So if we play there, let's say we have a queen take, knight take, of course. Or if you play knight take, queen take, and we're fine. Yeah, we should be fine. We should be fine. Or maybe I forgot something. There is a tricky move that I forgot, and I will lose a piece. But I think we are pretty okay. Not the best opening, definitely. I prefer white game so much. Jessica, maybe you want to change both. I will take white, I'll let you take black. Because for now, everything is not going well. But is as expected when you play against a very strong player in the opening, that you will, especially about building position, right? Is that you will never get a really good position in the opening. So about this part, it was pretty clear. Okay, so now we are quite equal and we actually trade a lot. So is it good for us? Might be good for us. But we have an endgame after only 20 moves. So after only 20 moves, we already at the end game, and we might have to think on how to try to find a key or to find a little door where we could take an advantage in this end game. Might not be easy, for sure, will not be easy, but can we try to find something? Somehow, maybe we will find something, but that's absolutely not sure. I guess there is a pawn coming really soon. Pawn might be coming really soon, yeah. So the big question is, after pawn here, should... Okay, so he pushed the other one. So definitely you want to push this one. That's pretty steady. So maybe we try to block him directly, and he will try to put some pressure on us. So let's push the pawn and put pressure on Jessica, as we don't really have the choice. Is either we put pressure on him, or step by step he will put so much pressure on us that on me actually, that pawn structure will break, and so on. So we have to find a way and give us an occasion to bring back our rook, try to get some efficiency there. So this is our main target, says little pawns alone. If we can get this pawn, it might be interesting. If we cannot, it might be a problem. So here is the idea that is currently in my mind. I need to find a way to get that pawn and find a way to pressure that. So not sure if I will be able to do that or not, but at least I will try. I will try to get it there. So I just saw about my time. I still have 4 minutes 22 on the clock, which I have to say is way too much. I should not have that much time on the clock. So yeah, I have way too much time on the clock. That's probably not like the best thing, but let's see. Maybe we should let Jessica push a little bit about his pawn, try to see what he wants or what he can do about this game. Okay, try to break the stability of our pawn structure. Will it work? Maybe, maybe not. Should we try to sneak our king there? Might be interesting, but if he pushes the pawn, we'll have to go back, because we cannot really stand there. It will be really risky. Or maybe we can. Okay, so now pretty clear. He actually wants to go to take our pawns. Maybe we can do that. I guess we can do that. Can probably try to go there and take. Might be fine. Maybe I'm making a mistake. I'm not sure yet, but I kind of want to have my pawn pushed. Okay, so now is a big thing. I think I should take back with the king. Will be a bit more safe. And now we will have some opportunities on these pawns, as they are a little bit lonely. So it's definitely a target that we must have. Okay, here we can get one. I guess we can get one. That's definitely a target. So let's see if we can end up doing something there. So we will arrive at the best part of the game where we can have a slight advantage. Maybe is because Jessica will start to be low on time. So that's definitely, I would say, our goal, our objective, to be able to get that Jessica low on time, as we have a little bit more time to think than him, might be an advantage on how to win that game at the end, or tend to make a little bit of mistakes, blunder. So that might be like the solution if we want to win that game, probably. So let's see about that. Let's see. 35 seconds start to be a bit tight. I try to lock everything I can. Okay, so going back, now we get a little pawn advantage. And if we could end up trading the rook, might be interesting. Okay, So we can trade the rook, and we get the second pawn. So now it starts to be quite tense for Jussifer. Okay. Alright, so let's push our pawn. Steady. Really, really steady. We have to go little bit by little bit, otherwise we will not be able to success in this game. And now the main thing is what is the key of that. For now, I will have to take some time because I just don't want to blunder my game. But we might have to try to trade some of these pawns that really, really not nice. Okay. Probably have to wait as the rook move to be able to do something on that game. Okay. Alright, so the rook is accessible right now. The pawn is accessible, forcing white to try to counter that. Now I'm asking myself a few questions. If I push this pawn, I cannot. So the king is a little bit stuck. And if I push this one and this one is attacked, will I be able to do something? Because if I push the rook here and I push and he take, I cannot take. So I probably have to take. It will be a trade. Might work or might not work. So that's still a big question. But at the end, we will try. We need to simplify the situation a little bit. So that's probably our best chance. And now we can we go back? Should we go back? Not really a can we, it's more like a should we go back. If there is a king coming, we might have a rook check. Okay, so here we go for the check, that's pretty sure. So we might have to trade around there. Might be an option. Just in case there is a check, we'll be able to be safe. And if there is no check, then we'll have to find a solution. Okay, so we can trade, mean our king will be safe, at least, pretty safe. So that's the main key thing, because now we have some new opportunity with our rook, right, to at first block this one, but also be able to push that pawn, maybe. So we'll see about that. Okay, so Jussifer attacking directly the pawn, and we have to come with our king to cover and push the pawn. Might be the easiest thing to do for us. Okay, so now we can have a little check. Okay, try to bring the king back. Alright, and now we can actually go there and be ready to offer a nice rook trade, as it will be much easier for us to trade the rooks. Okay, denied, of course, denied by Jussifer, but now it gives us the opportunity to push our pawn first, and now to push our king. So we cannot trade the rook again, otherwise we lose a pawn, and might be a problem. So the placement of our rook is really not good. Yeah, but do we have really a solution? I don't think so. Yeah, I guess I will have to move my rook. The big question is where to move the rook. Maybe there. Try to go back, just cut off on the pawn, on the king, going for the pawn. Probably one of the best options. But after a lot of pawn attack on our king, is there a way? Yeah, there is a way. There is always a way to find a solution. That will probably be the key. I guess we can't find a key there, as next one will be pushing our pawn. And we'll try to do exactly the same process about the checks. So if there is a check, we'll go there, and it might be enough to cover from the rook, getting to attack our pawn. It will be enough. Oh, okay. So now that there is a rook, and we have a rook sacrifice on the pawn, and will be a rook up with 5 seconds on the clock, should be enough. Okay, so now we can actually get a queen, and we will get the rook. So it will help quite a lot on winning the game. Okay, so now objective number 1 will be to be sure that this pawn is safe. Okay, and after that go to attack the other pawn. Okay, so now we just need to trade. Actually, we don't really need to win. Up. Okay, and now that we get this one, then we can just move the rook back, and it will be enough to actually win the game, as we cannot be stopped anyway. Up, and we jump a jump. We can even bring the king just to be more safe. Up. Sorry, Jessica, you will have to go. Still be careful, we saw a lot of draw in this tournament, so we try to avoid draws and to avoid everything that is related to that. So Jessica, let us let us win. So thank you, Jessica, for the game. That was actually really nice. I guess you can have a look at the game on the stream, and maybe you will see about my comments. I don't know if you will actually like to see the game on the comments or not, but at the end, thank you a lot for all for the tournament. I end up just before the podium. I'm not there, unfortunately, because I missed the 3 first games, but maybe the next one I will play it will be quite fun. Up, and that's all also for the beginner tournament. That was not really beginner, as you can see with the level of the players, but we are doing quite a lot of work on this tournament as well to know what is the best formula. So at first we were just writing like a beginner under 14 years old, but it's a little bit too difficult to verify, and now we wrote down on the title under 1400. We did that basically because having a limitation on the ELO, it means that some of our students cannot join the tournament as well, even if they want to, because they just go a little bit across 1400. But even with that, even if I had to kick all the players from the tournament, from the team, they still have been able to join the tournament, and that's not nice for beginners. So for all the beginners, really sorry about that you have players that are not beginner joining the tournament, and we will actually do our best to find a solution on bringing back the beginner tournament to beginners. So I think we will have no choice but adding ELO limits on the tournament, which will be done probably pretty soon. Still have to talk with the team about it, but we will definitely consider this option. If you have any other subject suggestion or any other things that you like about the stream that you would like me to do or like to implement in the games, please let me know, and I will do my best to do so. Otherwise, I will just let you there. Don't forget that if you want to learn more about chess, you have all the links to book your free trial class. Can be with me, can be with another amazing teachers that we have at Happy Pawn, and I hope to see you soon, either for the next tournament online, for our tournament on site in Bangkok, or otherwise for any class that you would like to book with us if you want to learn more about chess and maybe end up winning the tournament. So that will be a pleasure anyway. See you later. See you soon.